daily tips. Do or do not. There is no try.
At all costs.
At all costs.
At all costs.
At all costs.
Regardless of expense.
Regardless of expense.
We must succeed at all costs to achieve our goal.
We must succeed at all costs to achieve our goal.
Bằng mọi giá.
At the cost of.
At the cost of.
At the cost of.
At the cost of.
Resulting in harm.
Resulting in harm.
He achieved success, but at the cost of his health.
He achieved success, but at the cost of his health.
Với sự hy sinh của.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep secrets.
Keep secrets.
She decided to keep her own counsel about the issue.
She decided to keep her own counsel about the issue.
Giữ bí mật.
Count against.
Count against.
Count against.
Count against.
Negative consideration.
Negative consideration.
This mistake will count against your performance review.
This mistake will count against your performance review.
Tính vào.
Count down.
Count down.
Count down.
Count down.
Decrease or recite.
Decrease or recite.
Count down from 10 to 1 before launching the rocket.
Count down from 10 to 1 before launching the rocket.
Đếm ngược.
Count in.
Count in.
Count in.
Count in.
Include.
Include.
We should count in all team members for this project.
We should count in all team members for this project.
Tính vào.
Count on.
Count on.
Count on.
Count on.
Rely on.
Rely on.
You can count on him to complete the task.
You can count on him to complete the task.
Tính vào.
Count out.
Count out.
Count out.
Count out.
Exclude.
Exclude.
Please count out the defective items.
Please count out the defective items.
Loại trừ.
Count up.
Count up.
Count up.
Count up.
Accumulate.
Accumulate.
Let's count up the total number of votes.
Let's count up the total number of votes.
Đếm lên.
In the course of.
In the course of.
In the course of.
In the course of.
During. In the process of.
During. In the process of.
In the course of our journey, we discovered hidden treasures.
In the course of our journey, we discovered hidden treasures.
Trong quá trình của.
In due course.
In due course.
In due course.
In due course.
Eventually, at the right time.
Eventually at the right time.
Your hard work will be rewarded in due course.
Your hard work will be rewarded in due course.
Đúng thời gian.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Naturally, obviously.
Naturally, obviously.
Of course, I'll help you with your project.
Of course, I'll help you with your project.
Tất nhiên.
Cover for.
Cover for.
Cover for.
Cover for.
Provide an excuse or protection for.
Provide an excuse or protection for.
She agreed to cover for her colleague's absence.
She agreed to cover for her colleague's absence.
Bảo vệ.
Cover up.
Cover up.
Cover up.
Cover up.
Hide, conceal.
Hide, conceal.
He tried to cover up his mistake, but it was obvious.
He tried to cover up his mistake, but it was obvious.
Che giấu.
Take cover.
Take cover.
Take cover.
Take cover.
Find shelter or protection.
Find shelter or protection.
When the storm came, we had to take cover in the cave.
When the storm came, we had to take cover in the cave.
Tránh lũ.
Undercover.
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 Hidden, concealed.
Hidden, concealed.
The spy operated undercover to gather information.
The spy operated undercover to gather information.
Dưới vỏ.
Crack down.
Crack down.
Crack down.
Crack down.
Enforce laws or regulations.
Enforce laws or regulations.
The government decided to crack down on illegal activities.
The government decided to crack down on illegal activities.
Xử lý nghiêm khắc.
Crack up.
Crack up.
Crack up.
Crack up.
Burst into laughter, break down.
Burst into laughter, break down.
The comedian's jokes made the audience crack up.
The comedian's jokes made the audience crack up.
Cười nổi.
Crawl with.
Crawl with.
Crawl with.
Crawl with.
Be filled with.
Be filled with.
The picnic area crawled with ants.
The picnic area crawled with ants.
Rất nhiều.
On cue.
On cue.
On cue.
On cue.
Precisely on time, as planned.
Precisely on time as planned.
The actor delivered his lines on cue.
The actor delivered his lines on cue.
Theo dấu hiệu.
Take one's cue from.
Take one's cue from.
Take one's cue from.
Take one's cue from.
To follow someone's lead or example.
To follow someone's lead or example.
Take one's cue from a successful mentor.
Take one's cue from a successful mentor.
Chấp nhận hướng dẫn từ.
Curl up.
Curl up.
Curl up.
Curl up.
To form into a curl or spiral.
To form into a curl or spiral.
She curled up with a book on the couch.
She curled up with a book on the couch.
Cuốn tròn.
Cut across.
Cut across.
Cut across.
Cut across.
To go across a surface or area.
To go across a surface or area.
Let's cut across the field to save time.
Let's cut across the field to save time.
Cắt ngang.
Cut back.
Cut back.
Cut back.
Cut back.
To reduce or decrease.
To reduce or decrease.
The company had to cut back on expenses.
The company had to cut back on expenses.
Cắt giảm.
Cut down.
Cut down.
Cut down.
Cut down.
To reduce or diminish.
To reduce or diminish.
They decided to cut down their energy usage.
They decided to cut down their energy usage.
Cắt bớt.
Cut in.
Cut in.
Cut in.
Cut in.
To interrupt or join in.
To interrupt or join in.
She tried to cut in on our conversation.
She tried to cut in on our conversation.
Cắt vào,
Cut off.
Cut off.
Cut off.
Cut off.
To disconnect or remove.
To disconnect or remove.
The storm cut off our electricity.
The storm cut off our electricity.
cắt đứt,
Cut out.
Cut out.
Cut out.
Cut out.
To remove or eliminate.
To remove or eliminate.
You should cut out sugar from your diet.
You should cut out sugar from your diet.
cắt ra,
Dash off.
Dash off.
Dash off.
Dash off.
To write or do quickly.
To write or do quickly.
I need to dash off a quick email.
I need to dash off a quick email.
viết nhanh,
Out of date.
Out of date.
Out of date.
Out of date.
No longer current or valid.
No longer current or valid.
This document is out of date and needs updating.
This document is out of date and needs updating.
lỗi thời,
To date.
To date.
To date.
To date.
Up to the present time.
Up to the present time.
The report is to date with the latest information.
The report is to date with the latest information.
đến nay,
Up to date.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Current and modern.
Current and modern.
Their technology is up to date with the industry.
Their technology is up to date with the industry.
cập nhật,
Turn a deaf ear.
Turn a deaf ear.
Turn a deaf ear.
Turn a deaf ear.
To ignore or disregard.
To ignore or disregard.
He chose to turn a deaf ear to the criticism.
He chose to turn a deaf ear to the criticism.
làm ngơ,
A good deal.
A good deal.
A good deal.
A good deal.
A large amount or extent.
A large amount or extent.
We have a great deal of work to do.
We have a great deal of work to do.
Nhiều.
Deal in.
Deal in.
Deal in.
Deal in.
To trade or work with.
To trade or work with.
He deals in vintage cars.
He deals in vintage cars.
Kinh doanh.
Another tips. Drink a glass of water before meals.